Alright, alright, alright.
This shit could be in the Backrooms movie. Fuck, I'm so excited for this.
Yoon, if you could please begin with your recap.
In our last session, our heroes perused the shops of the night market in search of trinkets and treasures alike. Tigran's focus was on the mysterious bookstore, that which had many spell tomes to browse. Alas, there was but one that truly called to him. The rest of the group each purchased a small trinket completely unique to them, and finished their night with a visit to the potions vendor. After their shopping adventure, the group became suddenly aware of Victor's absence. Tigran learned from Danica that Victor had retired for the night, and so our adventurers decided to follow suit. Irene spotted a lone sack in the street on their way home, stowing it away and thinking to herself what a lucky day she was having indeed. Um, Tired from the night's festivities, the group went to their separate rooms for some well deserved rest. In the dead of night, Zayn was awoken from the dead of sleep with the inherent sense of something being very, very wrong. The wretched creature, spoken only from the mouths of children, had revealed itself at last, and was coming for him. Paralyzed with fear, he could do nothing as the 11-foot tall monstrosity made a quick maneuver for Irene's door instead, shutting and locking it behind him. By the time Tigran and Zayn could force their way inside, the last bit of Irene's white hair snaked inside an open bag of holding on the cold bedroom floor in front of them.
Thank you. Irene, where did you place your bag of holding before you went to bed?
She would have um, emptied her contents out on perhaps the side table closest to her bed.
Renee, your eyes peek open at your bed, having felt a cold draft, realizing that, well, maybe in the night, due for debaucherous reasons, you have left yourself uncovered, kicked them off, felt yourself in a sweat, your eyes peeking open, attempting to reach for some sort of blanket. Well, you don't meet a blanket near your feet. You continue searching, trying to grab it, then moving your feet in an attempt to maybe kick it to your hand, but it's not there. Well, it must have fell on the floor. When you go to reach to grab that blanket, well, it's harder to grab. It's resisting you. And since noticing the resistance, you finally open your eyes to discover why you can't get a good night's rest. And you see that, well, the blanket, well, it almost stretches across to a darkened corner of the room. And you're just holding the tail end of it as you grab onto it. You can't see exactly where and how far it goes stretched, but the resistance is unnatural. And should you look for your focus, that from which your magic may come from, should you look around to look for a lantern or a candle or what you can light, well, you'll notice your end table is empty. And then a flame lights in that same darkened corner as you look away, and you see that the blanket is being held not by something but someone. All those years ago, many, many years ago, your brother would wake you up to play. And here you see that same brother at that same age wanting to play with you again. As you look at him, do you say anything?
I think she'd be too stunned to speak. She might reach out to him.
As you reach out to your brother, and as you got closer to his outstretched hand, light from the candle would waver. Then you would see another cruel trick played on you by the same boy who you always try to hide from, who you always avoid, but can never seem to get away from. And then you hear him say, "Got you." Do you say anything now?
She'd definitely snap her hand back.
And then he would say, "Shh, shh, no, don't say anything." Don't speak. And would you stay quiet?
Yeah. She's not saying anything. I think she might try to shuffle away, if anything.
Would you shuffle away from the door? To the door?
Yeah, she might make an attempt.
And when you go and open the door, you hear a no come from the hallway. And then it's too late. Your hand wrapped around the doorknob. You see, well, something pushed it open right when you did. Right on time. And it grabs you almost instantly as it pushes itself through the door. You see your items around the room start to tremble as this 11-foot tall, gangly, sickening creature grabs your leg as you try to clamber away from it. And it pulls you. It pulls you and it wraps you seemingly around the same blanket that you seeked comfort from before. And now it's smothering you. As it rolls you up, it pulls you into the bag. And you scream. And then you're gone. Seemingly choked around your legs, your feet, your thighs, your torso, your neck. It's all so tight each time the tug comes to pull more and more, and eventually all of you in. And as you stare up, attempting to get out of where it's taking you, you see that the bag, well, it just closes. It closes and leaves you in the dark. Zain and Tigran, you see that white hair pulled your friend in. Do you look for anyone? Do you do anything? Just you two.
Tigran is going to be scrambling around looking for a hole in the floor or something that huge could slip through, but he'll find none. Then he'll turn around and say, Zain, what the fuck was that?
Whilst Tigran is scrambling, looking for an answer, Zain, with dread in his heart, knows the answer. On some primal, instinctual level, he knows that Irene is not the only thing in that bag. He'll point as he moves closer to the bed, picking up the bag. Is there any weight to it, any change to it,
No,
Fabian?
none.
He'll grip it in his hand for a moment as he turns towards Tigran. Tigran. She is in here. She is in this bag. Whatever that thing is, it took her in here. We have to go get her.
Tigran is gonna stare at that bag and say, "Fucking how?"
Wake up the others. Quickly. Margot, Enariel, all of them. The entire house.
Tigran will stare at the bag a moment longer and just yell, "Shit!" And then he'll use thaumaturgy to make his voice louder and say, "All of you, fucking wake up, everyone!"
And you scream. And no door or no creak in the house that you would be familiar stirs or even yells back at you.
Tigran is just gonna be in absolute disbelief, but he'll know better. He'll say, Why aren't they waking up? Did something happen to them too?"
Dine is gonna look towards the door, then back to the bag, then to the door. He knows that for every second that he tries to figure out what is happening in the house is a second more that Irene and the monster are left alone. He made a promise to her, and he has to keep his promises, perhaps before Tigran could even reach out to stop him. Unless he is fast enough, Zain is going to take the bag, raise it over his head, and attempt to slip in.
I think Tigran will try and contest that. Is that gonna be an initiative roll?
If you want to allow that, Chris.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so let's do initiative.
Alright. Oh yeah. Alright, that's a 19.
That's a 12 from me. You'll see him
Tigran.
raise the bag over his head and perhaps get there before he can pull it down.
Tigran is immediately going to jump up and yank that bag out of his hand and say, "No, god damn it!
Tigran,
How do
give
you
me
know-
the bag!
Think it through, you idiot! How do you think... You don't think that fucker's gonna try and snatch you up the moment you step in? If we're doing this methodically. We are not running into this shit blind. First,
does not-
we find everyone else, then we figure out what to do. Got it?"
It does not matter, Tigran. I can't leave her alone.
Zain, look at me. I would rather lose one than two, if it absolutely must be that way. If we're doing this, everyone is involved. Got it?
Zain is going to reach towards Tigran, not for the bag, but for the kobold himself. Zain is going to reach his hands forward and almost grip the front of Tigran's sleep, where you can feel the rage and desperation in the grip. His hands white-knuckled for just a moment, but then he lets go, and he sets Tigran back onto the bed or the floor. Fine. Keep the bag. Let's go. And
Right.
Zain is going to storm out of the door and attempt to go to Margot's room.
Tigran is going to go directly upstairs to Victor to see if he's still in there.
And Nariel's upstairs too, right?
Yeah, so Margot is in a room right next to you guys. Nariel is just upstairs. Victor
Yeah,
would
I'll
be
take
in,
Margot.
probably still passed out on those pile of books up in the attic.
Tigron's gonna burst through Victor's door and yell, "Kid, wake up! Something's happened! Something's taken Irene!"
Victor's, stone cold and unmoving. Takes moments before you approach to realize that it's just all books. He's not there at all.
Tigron is going to stumble back and almost fall. And he's going to say more to himself, "What the fuck is happening?" And he's going to look at the bag in his hand, wondering if it's that thing's doing, if it's planting visions on everybody's heads. He's going to wonder if Zayn is even real at this point. But he's not going to waste time. He's going to immediately run for Anariel's room next.
You get to Anariel's room, and as you open it, well, you see the windows left open. Cold air is drafted through. So you see that, well, that depression on the bed, well, it hasn't been there for some time. And then you feel, with your foot uncovered and just barely touching standing on the hardwood, well, you feel nails. You feel nails, you feel the scratches on the door as if something was dragged, pulled away. And then suddenly, at the edge of the room, in a wardrobe, is just another bag.
Tigron is going to slowly fall to his knees and look at this bag and say, "How many of these fucking things are in here?"
Yeah, who's going for Margo?
I am.
Yeah, of course you open the door first, as Tigran dashed over to Anariel and Victor, and as you open the door, you see she's not there either.
Any signs of her belongings? Anything?
Nothing. There's a lantern, and it sits on its side, and it's on the floor. And the oil from it, it's spread everywhere now. You smell it. You smell that tinge of oil, and you even step in it a little bit, and you realize that, well, it must have been knocked out of her hand. And then you see the oil has streaks that lead underneath you and to the trail from which that creature came.
Zayn is going to go back to his room for just a moment. Is his stuff still there?
His stuff. I would say, I'm sorry to say this. Margot's equipment and gear and all that stuff, it's all there. If she took it off and put it somewhere, it's all still there.
Gotcha. So everyone's stuff is still in their room.
Yeah,
basically. Gotcha. I'm trying to think, is there anything Margot just needs off the bat that I can just grab? I don't think so. Maybe just her sword. Can I grab her sword?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. He's gonna take his sword with him. He's gonna go back to his room and putting on armor takes time, and time that he does not have. So he's going to practically rip the arm crossbow off of his arm, pulling the straps loose, and just strap it onto his bare skin as he goes up the stairs to find Tigran.
And you and Tigran meet at the stairs. Tigran coming down to you, and Zion, you running into him, noticing that the oil slick had stopped eventually, leading up to the stairs.
Tigran, where are the others? Margot is missing as well.
Tigran's just staring at the floor and just shakes his head. I don't fucking get it. How are they all gone? How did we not notice this shit before?
Tigran, there is only one option. We have to go. We have to go get them. They are in the bag.
Tigran's nails are just gonna scrape against the floor. He's gonna yell, "Shit! Ah, fucking hell! Fine, fine!" And he's going to.
If there's anything you need to grab it now. I have Margot's sword.
No, I don't need anything. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, Tigran will open the bag of holding that he found is he gonna, does he have Irenaeus? Does it matter who jumps into which bag?
Well, you guys both have a bag in your hand, I would assume. You have the one that Anariel was around, and then he has the one that Irenae has.
Alright, Tigran's just gonna poke his head into the bag he found to see what's in there.
Yeah. You pull it over your head. Zion, do you pull yours over your head?
Yeah, he'll do the same.
And you do the same. You stand there, and you're staring into nothingness. It's black here. And then it's hopeless. It's hopeless to see anything in here. There's nothing in here. There's no one. And as you feel yourself having these thoughts, well, that's when you feel a hand wrap around your head from above. Its fingers so long that it seems as though it just palms you. Its fingernails digging around your neck and under your chin. Any more pressure and, well, it would pop it off. But it chooses to pull you. And then you feel that same choking sensation all around your body as you are pulled in completely, leaving 2 bags of holding sitting on a cold hardwood floor. And you fall. You're falling in darkness. And it's hard to catch your breath. It's like you're moving so fast that you can't get a good breath. You can't control where you're pointed up or down. There's none of that now. And then you hit your back. You hit your back like a kid would when they fell off a high part of a tree. When a kid would knock you down and you weren't prepared for it. Like the first time you were truly scared of something. And that air is pushed out from your lungs. And then you open your eyes. You're surrounded in moss. You feel as though there's something wrapped around your neck. A loose vine. Something that had aged, and you stare up and you see that, well, you're surrounded in these. What does young Irene look like as she finally gets the air back in her lungs?
Young Irene is small and petite, a sort of runt, even among elven children. She has tumbling moonlight white hair in that same curly, sort of wavy texture, and her eyes are still that same purple. There is a sadness in them, an almost void, if you will, in her eyes. And yeah, she just is a more sort of petite, tiny version of that Irene that you all know now.
And then another thud. Another breath. What does young Margot look like?
So when you see, yeah, Margot, like she, like her hair is like much longer when she is like younger. It's like in very like meticulously like kind of like brown, like long like curls that like go down her back. She is yeah, well dressed and like more like in a more just kind of like formal like attire, but you can tell that she's kind of like deeply like uncomfortable with it. Like it's just like she's kind of like, yeah, scratching, is kind of like pulling at the collar as if it's like a little bit itchy, a little bit too tight, and just kind of like messing with like the pins in like her hair, as like, you know, she doesn't like the way that they dig into her scalp. Yeah, she's yeah, just looks like much more yeah, it's just like, yeah, younger, but then like also it's just like a lot more, I guess, repressed and like a lot more like conservative in her dress, like compared to the usual more free flowing outfits that she wears like in like the modern day.
Thank you. A third thud. A quicker breath. And Ariel. What does young Anario look like?
So, young Anariel, she is almost a shrunken version of her adult self, but she has more rounded features. She's still on the taller side for a child of her maturity, and her hair is longer as well, but it has the same wavy texture, and she has the same crown of pink plum blossoms around the top, and her eyes are much are even rounder and larger in her face. And there's a bit of a, yeah, roundness to her cheeks more than she has as an adult.
Thank you. Soon after you all three look at each other, you see another wriggling from what looks like the bodies above. A loosening of sorts of whatever noose they're placed around. Tigran, what does a young Tigran look like as you hit the floor?
Younger Tigran, much to the disappointment of older Tigran, is not as short, or is not as tall. He's only about 3.5 feet tall, as opposed to older Tigran's 4 foot nothing. His horns were not fully grown in, still kind of stumpy. His clothes, what used to be his druid robes, were now a sort of mishmash of stitching and just regular rags for a shirt, a slim belt, and some ripped shorts, like ripped leather shorts that are adorning him. And as he drops down, he gags and starts clawing at whatever is at his neck.
Alright. The final body from this specific branch, well, it falls and it hurts. You all wince the same way you have winced before, knowing how it feels and knowing how your body aches. What does a young Zayn look like?
A young Zayn is unarmored, a lengthy boy, a taller boy, broad-shouldered even at his young age, but still very stringy, with long arms and long legs. Simple clothing adorns his bronze skin, a simple tunic and matching pants. But upon his face, instead of being adorned with his usual beaked armored mask, it is instead of a simpler design, something a kid would make, as if of a craft or paper mache. A long, beaked nose and a soft visage covering his eyes, his nose, and his forehead. But none of the armor, none of the protection, just a mask between him and the world.
And then, after enough time, there's no stirring in the branches above again. Every other child you see hangs there, still, swaying sometimes. Though the wind doesn't carry much through here, something must have walked over them, pulled on the string. But you miss it each time. You try to understand who you are, what is happening, as you finally get your breath back. You see that there's a path around this clearing from which you all fallen onto. The moss itself almost leads you there, dying as you touch it, yellowing, releasing spores that seem to cause a haze from when you walk away. I will have us take a 9-minute break. We'll be back at 6 o'clock, or at the top of the hour. What I will tell you guys above table is you're the children version of your character. Your character, your like memories of the things that you have, right? Your like, for example, your spells and all that stuff. Well, they're not going to be easily reachable here. You don't feel like you're that same person that can do those same things. You're the version of yourself that, well, they had their imagination. They had their fears and their beliefs. Do not depend on your equipment. Do not depend on your spells. Depend on that feeling of trying to make sense of that shadow in the dark, you know? As we move through this together, you guys can talk to each other as though you're strangers again, okay? Because truly, they never met the younger you. And you guys might be playing the younger you again for the first time, really thinking about it. But I would stick true to that younger you. The one that didn't have all of those traumas that your character eventually faced. The ones we forgot about. The ones that weren't as important anymore. So really wear that and really play with that as we play through this. Yeah. Any questions for me? Cool.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
Since, of course, it is fine otherwise. Since Zayn took one of the swords in, could he have like a play wooden sword or something of that variety?
No, so you won't have anything like,
okay.
Yeah, you won't have anything like as for a benefit of whatever. You just won't have anything right now. So
Gotcha.
Don't worry about that. We will take care of that in time. But yeah, that'll be it. So if everyone's cool, then yeah, we got like 6 more minutes and then we'll kick on again. Sound cool? Cool.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
So it's established that we're not going to know each other, but like, will we still have like our memories from our child selves?
Yeah, I mean, your child. Yeah, you're like you as a child. You have everything up until that point of that age.
Right. Because my boy is from like a mountainous like canyon region, so he's gonna be like very wondering why the hell he's strapped to a tree. Just
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, and to speak on it, as for the voices, of course, you guys can do your regular voices. That's cool. If there's a way you were able to harness a childlike voice, that's cool too. But you don't have to. Okay, so just to be clear.
Yeah, we are going 2 octaves up and calling it a day.
We are going from chain smoker voice to absolutely nasally voice.
Nice.
All of you maybe sit up. Some stand, dusting yourselves off or reaching around that uncomfortable feeling on your neck. These vines, they release you completely. You tug enough, it can make you feel a little comfortable again. You don't know any of these children next to you. You feel that same feeling you did when you would go to school for the first time, to study, to play with the new family's children for the first time. When you would maybe escape the house for a moment, when you heard children cheering and laughing and playing with each other. And you see each other. And there's no one amongst you who knows what's going on. You at least all plainly see that. And you guys see this road in front of you. And you guys see the intricate thicket of branches that swoop down, that hold these bodies above you. And you see that while to traverse those would maybe get you sick if your parents told you, would have a snake in there if you were scared of it, and that the boogeyman would grab you if you veered too far off the road. All of those stories come back to your mind now. Does anyone speak to each other?
I think being raised in a communal environment, close to the other kids at all time, close to his other people, Zayn would perhaps be the first one to speak. As he picks himself up from the ground and dusts off his clothes and readjusts the paper mask upon his face, he would go over to the others. Has anyone perhaps not picked themselves up yet that would need a hand up? And that's a question to anybody.
Tigran, where he's from as a kid, had no immediate forests around him, so he more than likely has not even seen a tree before, let alone trees this massive. So he's going to be scrambling on the ground, just looking in every single direction, wondering where he is and why he's so seemingly far away from home.
Yeah. Zayn is going to go up to him with careful steps, looking around as he does, shoulders hunched in a little bit, but he sees someone in need, and this drive within him started at quite the young age. He's going to go over to Tigran. He's going to lean down just so to where he can put both of his hands on his knees like a squat down, and he's going to say, "Hello, are you lost?"
Tigran's neck is immediately going to snap towards Zayn, and he's only heard of humans in very undetailed books in the village. He has never seen one in person, so he'll scramble back and scream, "Who are you?"
Apologies. I did not mean to frighten you. My name is Zayn. What is your name?
You're not a kobold. Are you a Humman?
Yes, I am. It is very smart of you. You're not a human. What are you?
It's like I said, I'm a kobold. Where are we? I was just gonna put a spider in Rika's foot wrap. It wasn't poisonous. It wasn't gonna hurt her. Am I being
Spider?
punished?
No,
And he'll at the mention of an insect, you can see his back like comes down a little bit more. He looks from side to side. But then he'll calm himself for just a moment and say,
no, I don't believe so. I've come to this place as well, but I don't know how.
and he'll look towards the others, maybe just a few feet away.
Excuse me, do any of you know where we are? Does anyone know how to leave this place? I would love to hear it if you do.
I was about to ask you the same question. Where in the hells are we?
Hey, don't say that word. Don't say it too loud. Any grown-up will hear you. We'll get punished.
Grown-ups, schmown-ups. I can deal with mother and father just fine. I hear them say it all the time, but where are we? I thought I was just in the middle of lessons, and then, well, sneaking out of lessons. But this I don't know where we are either. I've read about Great Forest, but nothing quite like this.
Where I come from, Prohinia, I was just there a moment ago, going to play with my friends. Our kingdom, you see, is surrounded by a forest, but never so dark and never so scary.
Yes, if
Tigran is gonna look at all the greenery around him and then see an Ariel who's also green, and he's gonna draw his own obvious conclusion to that. And he'll ask, "Hey, green girl, do you know where we are?"
Well, I live in a forest. It's not like mine. I'm not sure. Where all of my friends are.
Tigran is gonna look around to see if, maybe even look farther to see if Rika is farther away, and when he doesn't see her, he wonders if she's here, and if she's scared without him. So, at least trying to mimic her, he's going to try and stand up, even though his knees are wobbly, and he'll say, kobolds they're sons of dragons. Dragons are big. They could burn this whole place down if they wanted to, and so could I. Okay, look, we got here somehow, so there has to be a way out, right?
Yes, I believe so. Perhaps.
And he'll look towards Irene and take a few steps towards her.
I'm sorry, I don't believe I've heard you speak yet. Do you have a name?
She'll take a few steps away from him. Her little knobby, little wiry ankles will kind of tremble, and she'll say, Eamon? Where's my brother? Eamon? And you'll see she's really, really scared, and her cheeks are wet with tears, and the skin around her eyes is red.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to scare you. I don't believe there are any adults here.
No, you don't understand. My brother isn't an adult. But I can't be away from him for very long. He watches over me.
Okay, I see. Perhaps we could all work together to get you back home, to get us all home.
I really need to be back with my brother.
Perhaps would you take my hand?
And he'll reach out his hand to her.
Okay.
And she'll take his hand.
I promise. As long as we are in this place, we are in it together.
And he'll turn to his side and say, let's just say that Margot is the next closest, and he will reach his other hand out to her as well.
All of us will be safe as long as we work together, okay?
Yes, it'll be all fine. I'm not sure what I'd be doing in a forest like this, but perhaps on one of my father's hunts, I lost track of him and the rest of his men. Perhaps maybe as we're walking down, we'll see some adults or something of the like. Otherwise, how would we have gotten here?
Well, there are some magic users in my kingdom, you see. Some of them like to play pranks. Perhaps this is just one of their little shows.
Well, if it's a prank, it's not quite funny.
I know, they can go a bit overboard, of course. If I see them again, I will tell them that this one was no fun. Not at all.
Yes, and my father will be quite cross to learn that I was abandoned by those who would have accompanied me. My father's a powerful man, and he'll see it fit that they are punished for this trickery.
Oh, a powerful man. Tell me, what beasts has he slayed to make him so powerful?
Margot just kind of like chuckles in her hand, like, no, I don't mean powerful like he slayed a monster or anything. My father is a baron, so politically, powerful, with a wealthy man. My family have held power for many a generations, but that man could barely tell a stick from a sword. He can't handle a weapon at all.
Hololically, I don't know the meaning of the word.
Tigran will butt in and say, how's your family alive for generations? You're weird.
You do seem a little strange, but I like that about you.
No, I mean that, like my father's 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 father. We have not been alive for generations. That would be silly.
Say it again, Jesse. You cut off a little bit.
Sorry.
What's a generation?
It's like 100 billion zillion years old. Only old people live for that long.
Like my mother. My mother's very old.
No, not your mom. I mean like your grandma.
In any case, I bet if we go into the woods and we walk long enough, we'll probably find my mother. I don't want to go into the woods. That's scary. But no, I live in the woods, and we must just be in a part I haven't been to before. But if we go in, we can find a dear friend of mine, and we can ride on her back and find my mother.
I like the idea of riding on the deer's back.
He'll turn to Irne.
Remember what I said. As long as we're all together, I promise we will be safe, even in the forest. Right, Denario?
Absolutely. My forest is always usually mostly safe.
I wish my daddy were here. He's a big scary man. And you talked about slaying beasts earlier. And that's exactly the kind of guy that he is. He's a super powerful commander.
Oh, is your daddy a hero, Irene?
Yes. He kills humans.
Oh, but he wouldn't kill me, would he?
I don't think so. You seem nice.
Okay, well, that is good to hear, because I would like to meet this man, but I don't want to die.
No, I'll tell him that you're nice so he won't kill you.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll bring the pointy ear girl back, and then her dad will give us candies.
Yes.
Ooh, I
Perhaps
like candies.
he would tell us stories as well. Perhaps, Irene?
A candy isn't allowed in my city. And neither are pranks either. You could die for doing something like that.
Your city really sucks.
Yeah. No candies. No
No.
pranks.
No,
That sounds like the worst city I've ever heard of.
it's not great. But it's my home, and that's where my brother is, and that's why I have to go back there.
Okay.
So just bring your brother here. And then we could have candies.
Yeah, but we have to find him first.
That's
Is-
true. So we'll
is-
find your brother, my mother, your father, and then we'll be good.
Tigran will start to run down the path and say, "Yeah, but not before we find Rika first. Come on, before it gets dark."
Tigran, wait for us.
Yeah, like Margot just like kind of like picks up like kind of like grabs like her her like heavy like skirts in her hand, kind of like hikes it up like so she can just like start like kind of like doing that like kind of running waddling, just like just not very. She is not dressed for any sort of like outdoor travel. Like just like this like kind of like just like running like after Tigran.
Yeah, Zayn's going to start to go forward, and as he does, he'll give a little tug on Irne's hand to bid her forward with the others.
Yeah, she'll shakily follow.
And Ariel's taking off as well.
Awesome. You guys will move down this path of moss that, again, as each step you take, it begins to yellow underneath your feet. And you move forward, and then the others see that yellow of the person in front of you then spreads to more and more of the moss, leaving it all decaying behind you. And you keep moving. Then you see that, well, you walk past more of these you're running forward, and when you look back, you see more bodies hitting the ground with great thuds. And then more. bodies touch the ground and thud and cough. You see that moss, that which you leave behind, well, it covers those bodies as well. They look like cocoons when they fall, not fully unwrapped. And maybe you hear a muffle, or maybe you're just scared of the forest or the monster, or what your parents will say if you don't make it home, if you don't get back to them. And so you continue moving. You move and walk and hustle with each other until you make it to a massive clearing. One that, well, is now evident is nighttime of a massive tree, huge, imposing, and something that would be in the middle of some citadel, something that is cared for by any local druids. And this one is marked all over as you arrive to this tree. Marked all over with initials, names. All of you had this tree. Or a tree. A tree where you have your name marked, or your initial. And you all see it. As you make it to this clearing, the moss now not dying around you seems to climb onto this tree. Seems to make a silhouette of like a doorway with the rest of the moss. But in it, and incomplete, are pieces of wood. Wood that, or bark, I guess, that has been cut out. And you all look at it and you all remember the shape of your name on that tree. That piece that's now missing from this wooden door. Anything you guys say to each other as you arrive here?
Tigron will look at the names all scraggled on this door. He'll say, the older kids at my village, they write their names next to each other like this when they're kissing. Why is it all up on this door?
Ew.
Maybe a lot of them are kissing.
Ew.
I'd have to agree with Irene there that I don't know if that's a tradition where you are from, but definitely not where I am.
Not where I'm from either. The trees wouldn't like to be drawn on.
Yeah, plus this thing is gross. Ew.
The adults kiss from where I'm from, but they don't need a tree to do it.
Yes, that's all adult business.
Can we please stop talking about kissing?
Yeah, who's gonna open the door? 1, 2, 3, not it.
Yeah, Margot just says like, well, if no one else is gonna open it, I guess I'll have to do it. And then like Margot just like kind of just like like raps like, "Hello, is anyone home?"
Yeah, I mean, you attempt to reach for the doorknob, but that mossy circle that's there, it doesn't protrude. There's nothing for you to grab hold onto.
Maybe only people with their name on the door can open it.
What? That's stupid. You just gotta push it open like this. And Tigran will try shoving the door open. Fabian.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you attempt to push on the door, and it doesn't budge.
Why isn't it opening? Is there something on the other side?
Is there, Fabian, is there anything, perhaps a stone or a stick or something of the like nearby that Zayn could grab to perhaps mark a name on the door?
Yeah, you could attempt to do that. You grab any rock or stick that is nearby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Zayn will... Sorry, go ahead.
no, all good.
Yeah, Zayn will, as the others are talking and Tigran is attempting to open the door, Zayn will be almost absent-mindedly looking around for a moment, when his eyes come across a little, almost like a pond skipper-sized stone with one sharp end upon it. He will lead Irene over and go pick it up in his offhand, before bringing it back to the group and saying,
I found this. Perhaps I could carve my name into the door to see what happens. Maybe it will let me in.
That you'd be kissing everyone on the door.
I'm going to keep my mouth closed while I do, so they can't kiss me while I carve my name.
and you can see Zayn takes like a big breath in, or you can hear it rather as he takes a big breath in, the mask seeming to crinkle out a little bit as his cheeks puff up to hold his breath as he begins to write Z-I-E-N.
You reach for it, and as you want to and attempt to mark the door, you hear a small voice behind all of you staring at that door. Sitting on a swing of vines that seem to have dropped this child in front of you. It's not gonna work, you know.
Zayn is going to brighten as soon as he hears the voice turn around and chuck the stone in the direction of the voice.
Yeah, you throw it, and it moves past, or rather just whizzes past him. It's... You forgot, didn't you?
I don't know if I would remember what I forgot. It's a little confusing.
All of you forgot.
Tigran's gonna be looking for the source of the voice and say, "What are you talking about? You're making it up. What did we forget?"
We know something that we've forgotten. It doesn't make any logical sense.
If you remember, you should just tell us.
Hmm. You've already written your name on a tree like this before. All of you
Hey,
did.
and what about it?
Well, you'll see it's not here anymore. Your name. And if your name's not here, then... well, then the door's not going to be complete. And then you can't leave. But that's exactly what he wants.
Who's he?
You forgot about him. And he's angry now. He's been mad for a long time.
Why would somebody be angry at me?
You forgot about the Bagman. All of you. When you didn't have a friend to play with, you played with him. Do you remember it? Do you remember when the kids would make fun of you? Do you remember when you had to stay inside? Do you remember when you would make up stories about what you would do with each other so your parents didn't feel bad about you? No, you all forgot. But he didn't. Now he wants to play. He wants to play forever.
Well, we don't want to play. We want to leave. Right now.
Yeah, I miss Rika. I want to go home.
Okay with playing a little longer. I mean, the thing is, like, if I go back home, then I'll be dragged back into lessons, and that is terribly boring.
I would rather be sitting in class than going to this forest still. Excuse me. Do you know how we can get our names back on the door? There has to be a way.
You guys have to... You guys... I have to play. You have to play and... Maybe you'll remember. Maybe you remember where you put your piece.
Hey, and what's the game? I love games.
You'll see that the vines seem to pull him up towards this tree as he's sitting on this swing. And he'll say, all of them. And it'll pull him and pull him and pull him, and then you see hanging in the tree, upside down, its feet curled around a branch, its hands elongated and pulling up the child. That rests the Bagman. the amalgamation of everything, of every friend imaginary you've ever played with. Pulling up this child, grabbing his head, and with a swiftness disappearing into the foliage. You then hear the earth around you begin to tremble. You see avenues and roots form down the forest into 5 different paths. One path, you hear a monster, a beast, growling. Another path, you hear a soft whistle of a cave, skittering coming from it. A third, a graveyard, far enough for you to see the several tombs around. The tomb's tall enough. The fourth, you hear a woman crying and crying. It's haunting. And the fifth, you see what looks like a light standing tall in the middle of a field. It almost spins around like a lighthouse would. There are 5 paths. There are 5 pieces. What do you all do?
Irene will just be sobbing at what she had just witnessed. And she'll just say,
I need to go back to my brother. I don't like it here anymore.
Please, Eden, it will be okay. It will be okay, I promise. We are all here together. Together we are strong.
And then a body drops. The same body of the child that was taken into the foliage. Headless. Severed. Seeming to grasp at anything or anything around it as though its head had just been removed. I want all of you guys to give me a panic check with disadvantage.
Is that just a regular sanity check?
Oh yeah, sorry. Sanity, please.
It's like a flat D20.
Flat D20. But
I got a 1.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay.
Got a 5.
got a 13.
Natural 1.
Disadvantage, that is a 17. The other one was a nat 20.
no,
Holy
that's
shit.
Holy shit.
That's great.
Margot unfazed by this
Girl,
shit.
girl see some shit.
Yeah.
On brand so far, actually.
Yeah, literally.
What did an Ariel get?
9.
9. Okay. All of you fail.
Ooh.
Show me the fear that comes to all of you.
Okay. Inariel is going to scream, and before your eyes, you're going to see her change. Her hair is going to go white, and her skin is going to take on a grayish tone. And her eyes are going to change to a bluish purple hue, and they're going to fill with tears, and she's going to start crying. Then she's going to say, "What is going on? I just met my mom."
Tigran is going to be scrambling back again. He's going to be throwing rocks at this thing. Anything that's near his hands, it's going at this corpse. And after a moment, he says, Is that what happens when you lose? Do you die?"
Margot just like goes like kind of like deathly pale, just like all of like the color just kind of like leaves her face, and she's like, you can just like see like her like chest like just rapidly just like breathing just like up and down, like just like staring just like straight at just like the headless body. It's just like what? What happened? You're gonna play games.
Your noise suppression is killing you.
Oh.
I would suggest
Can you hear me
everyone,
now?
if you want to try to keep yourselves muted when you're not speaking, but I would adjust your noise suppression if you would want to hit a little higher pitch.
Okay, I turned off noise suppression. Okay. Yeah, so it's just like, blood like leaves Margot's face, like she's like deathly pale, and it's just like, and like you can just like see like her breathing, just like the rapid just like breaths like in her chest. It's just like what just happened? I thought we were playing games. What is happening?
As the body falls, Zayn, through the mask, you can see his eyes go wide. His free hand comes down and grips his stomach, pulling the loose fabric into knots within his fist. The hand that is clenched within Irene's grips her tightly for a moment, almost painfully, before he lets go, falling to his knees and seeming to retch on the floor next to it. Once again, he can feel, he can hear his own breathing, monstrously loud within his own ears underneath the mask.
And Irene, her pupils will seem to wobble, and all color has left her face. A sallow tone in its place, and I think she'd be so startled that she'd take off.
Tigran will look after the scared little wilting flower of a girl taking off into the woods. He'll say, "Wait, don't go! We don't know what's out there!"
All right.
Oh, one thing that's out there. And I want to get the hell as far away as I can away from that thing as possible.
Well, you heard what the kids said. We can't leave. We have to win the games. That's how we get out.
Well, let's just hurry up and play a game then. I want to leave as well. I don't know what's happening here, but I don't like it. This must be just a big prank, right?
Zayn is going to give a few coughs on the ground before lifting his head up.
Where did she go?
She went that way. And Tigron's gonna start running into the direction that Irene went.
Alright. There is 5 directions. The growl, the light, the cave, the cry, the cemetery.
Irene would have ran towards the light.
Awesome. You run towards the light, that light that seems to spin around further off in the distance. Why does your choice take you there?
Very simply because they're in a very dark, scary place. And that is the one source of something not as scary. Typically, light means good, and that is the justification in Irene's mind as she's running towards this light.
You run to the light. As all of you run, following her, do you guys yell anything, say anything to her? Say anything to each other as you're running in fear?
Renee, please slow down. Oh, goodness.
We need to stick together. Just wait for us.
We're here for you.
Yeah, you can't die first. Come on, wait.
Yeah, she'll just be sobbing and crying and calling out for Eamon.
And you will run and run and run until you get to a structure. This is another clearing. You make it to the structure, your eyes watery from the fear. Only keeps you barreling towards that fixture. It's in the center. And then all of you seek shelter underneath this light that moves around. It seems to stretch far into the trees. It's dark here underneath it, but at least there's light somewhere. And as you all make it to the center, maybe one of you rest your hands on it, panting for breath. And then you notice something groan. The feeling of the panted breath, the touch. Well, the light moves down, doesn't stretch far into the trees anymore. It looks around. And then you see the space around it you couldn't see before. You see dozens and dozens and dozens of children running, crying, shielding their eyes, pointed upwards with hands, begging for some sort of forgiveness, some cowering on the ground, covering their ears, wishing they could dig their head into this stale dirt. But all of them are calcified, turned into some sort of stone. All of them looking towards this light that now shines down, looking for all of you. Modal. You see everyone around is unsure as to what's happening, as to what game this is. In your best way possible as a child, you see and you look around and see that, well, there's no way out. But then you notice something. You notice that there's keys, glints of something in the hands of some of the dozen of children here. These keys, well, they unlock this ladder of this fixture that you're next to. And up above and far above you, you see the same lantern that you as kids would play with each other, but this one much more powerful. This one still could be blown out. Anyone around that doesn't know the game the way Modal does, does your character say anything? Are they fear as they look around?
As Zayn and the others are racing towards Irene, Zayn's footfalls will falter for a half second as he looks towards the other kids, the other children that are stuck here, just like himself. He'll say lowly, almost to himself, but just loud enough for the others to hear.
We need to help them. We need to help them too. I need to help them.
Okay, so does anyone recognize what game this is? I'm not familiar.
It looks like a game where you become frozen. I don't think I want to play a game like that.
Okay, does anyone have any idea? I mean, we had to play these games to escape, yes? Then does anyone recognize this game?
Tigran will watch this lantern go to and from wherever it points where kids are. They all try to run, and Tigran's eyes will go wide, and tears will start coming down as a memory comes forward to him. He hears her almost as if she's right next to him. Tigran, slow down! My legs hurt! And I'm scared of the dark! Even with Rika, as courageous as she was, even she was afraid of things too. But Tigran was pretending not to be. Tigran says, "Come on, Rika! Most of us who've turned double digits aren't afraid of the dark anymore. Now shut up before it finds you." And Tigran will snap back. He will immediately grab everyone's clothes around him. He will quickly run to the thickest bunch of foliage that he can find wherever the light can't reach. He will make everyone duck down. He will put a finger to his hand in a shushing motion, and he will start scrawling on the dirt underneath them. And as he's writing, the words become clearer. Lantern tag. It guy has light. If it guy finds you with light, then you lose. And he looks at the keys that are now in the calcified hands of the kids on the ladder. He says, "We need keys to get out."
Well, then.
And Zayn, you can hear some strength come back into the shaky boy's voice.
Well, then. It's simple. No? We get the keys, and we win.
Give me a sneak.
Everyone?
Nope. You.
Oh, fuck. That is a 14er.
The light shines directly on you. It turns into a bullseye lantern immediately pointed at you. Its light is blinding to you. It's waiting to see if you move. Give me a Constitution saving throw. 23. You still yourself. You don't move. Not a muscle. And the light moves away from you. Scanning more and more, each groan here is that sort of rusted brome of it moving its neck from side to side. Erratic though. There's not a specific way that it moves. And so you are left still able to play the game.
Zion will duck his head back low again and right into the dirt below the rules. Sorry. No talking. And put a finger to the beak of his mask.
Tigran's hands will be shaking at that, but you'll scrawl into the dirt again. Noise will draw it. You will lose. Village kids threw rocks into things, into bushes to distract it.
And so you guys see above, looking at the area in front of you, there are several different keys on the arms or enclosed and clasped in different ways on these children who have been calcified. It looks almost like a ring, like a massive ring with a key on it. On all of them, holding it in some way, just about to shield their eyes, having it around their waist, all of them seeming to and attempting to try to get closer to this fixture, but always failing. Only one of these keys will unlock that ladder. You guys will be going on initiative, attempting to find the key. You will make a series of checks. You will sneak. You will attempt to. You will sneak, depending on because where I'm gonna have you. Essentially, I'm gonna have you roll. To sneak up to one of these each, all of you. You just sneak up to one of these. You're going to attempt to pull the key. There is varying degrees in difficulty. Third, if you fail your sneak, then you must pass the Constitution. Sound good?
That's good.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and take a 8-minute break. Then we'll
Okay.
start.
I am so sorry, y'all.
Brother, what is this?
It's lantern tag.
I also-
what,
Oh, I apologize for mine coming up as well.
I'm just like thinking about mine, like what it could possibly be transformed into, and it's like, oh my god, there's no fucking way.
What kind of devious shit that Fabian have cooked up? Is that what he's saying that he was cooking?
Yeah. Man's gotta eat. Man's
Yeah.
gotta eat.
We do a little psychological torture.
Yeah, this game's been crazy. This has been
Mm.
great. I've been scared.
Let
Like
me-
the whole time.
Let me just say, you and your like kid voice for Earnay.
Perfect.
What the fuck? Where
Yeah.
did this
Voice
come
is
from?
fucking crazy.
Where did this come from?
For real?
It's
Yeah.
super cute. But
It's
yeah.
literally when you were saying like I'm scared, like in the way that you were saying it, like my heart was hurting for Earnay.
Mhm.
Oh shit, cool.
She had that puppy in her the whole time and didn't know.
Yeah.
I'd be just doing that around the house. I think it's just talking like a baby kid to my cats. To be honest with you, that's what it is.
That is true. We do
Your
love
cat's
the
been
baby
looking up
voice.
at you the whole time while you're on fucking call.
It's like, what's going on? Are we being spoken to?
I know their ears have been like, man, wait, what are you saying?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
I've been doodling this whole time too, finishing up her little art. So I'll probably post that in the next coming minutes.
Ooh,
Exciting.
mini nay.
Mini nay,
Hey.
You okay?
itty nay.
Itty bitty nay.
Yeah. I drew her a while ago, but I just never finished it.
Mhm.
I can't wait to see these.
First Bagman game we're playing is my game. We are so fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're allowed to perhaps say, Fabian, are we allowed to say like which one we think is ours?
Yeah, what you think yours is? Sure.
Yeah.
Without
I-
confirming.
Yeah.
Dr.
I think Zayn's is the howling at the beginning, if I had to guess.
Holy shit.
I'm guessing based off the vibes, I think mine is the cemetery.
Ooh. Fucking Tigron out here got flashlight tag. All y'all got monster death matches. Fucking ghost communication in the graveyard and shit.
Yeah. What about you, Jess? Yoon?
I think I know which one mine is, so I I think it's the cave one.
Girl, what are you doing?
And that leaves the crime for Yoon, perhaps.
And what do we think about that? And that's all we're in.
I don't like that. I think
Yeah.
Laris likes to play that game a lot.
Dude, that picture that I made, fuck, where is it? This one. I was thinking about, instead of putting Torture City, I was thinking of putting Lair City in there.
Yeah.
Nope.
Torture City,
Laris.
capital city, Laris.
Lair City, once again.
Maybe.
The worst part of this is, I feel like just like given the nature of what we're going through, there is no like, our only reward for getting out of this is seeing the light of day tomorrow. There is nothing attached to this except for like, oh yeah, and now you keep getting to witness the horrors. Yippee!
Bro,
Well-
Tigron's gonna be seeing light anywhere after this, and he's gonna break out in fucking cold sweat and not move.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna defeat the Bagman, and then more kids don't need to be murdered by him. Maybe.
How about that?
Oh.
How about
Oh.
that? I'm with that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Us
Squad
big
up.
kids are
squad
walking,
up.
so the little ones be running.
If
I'll
we
tell
get
you
out
what,
of here,
I'ma
we're
need-
burning bags on site.
True.
I'm pulling them out of the kids' hands like taking candy from a baby. Give me
Halloween,
that
ban.
fucking bag.
First order of business. Halloween trick or treating ban in Velaki.
Banned.
Real shit.
Yeah.
Is there
Punishable
truly
by
no
death.
candy in Aaronvale?
What?
Is there truly no candy in Aaronvale?
They don't.
That's
yeah,
sad.
they don't believe in candy. I mean, there's like beautiful, wonderful pastries and like gourmet foods that you've never even
Okay.
heard of before, but candy? Nah, that's baby
That-
shit.
That's like
We
a,
got-
Baby shit.
that's
we
like
got
a
something-
human slop.
Hey,
That's-
can
that's
anybody
literally
in this
human
room
slop.
picture an Aaronvale
Yeah.
man eating candy? Anyone?
We got
And
something
everything in it-
refined and tasty for the children. It's called scones.
And everything made in Aaronvale is made for the men, so think about that. You know?
I think we're getting punished for
Fair.
having too good of a time during our night off.
That's the vibe.
The dubious meal.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So funny. I love that shit.
Remember when I said it was gonna be okay that we had magic items? Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need more than a paper beak mask to tackle the Bagman, I think.
Does that paper beak mask have a restraining order scrawled on top of it? Otherwise,
That's the
no use
inside
to
of it.
me.
Is Owlbear up, by the way? I haven't been in Owlbear this whole time.
No,
I was
it's-
just thinking of
That's no
Theater of the
Jones.
Mind.
It's up, but it's just a picture.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha, gotcha.
Vibes.
Yeah.
If you guys would
Vibes
believe
only.
this thing that I've homebrewed has nothing that can help us.
Good shit.
Beautiful.
Honestly, rolling the dice, praying to RNGesus, that's the way D&D was intended.
The
Yeah.
dream, player. The dream, man. People love rolling dice. They love this shit, man. I saw something
I
how
was
there was like a
talking-
D20 in Rome, like old Roman D20. Y'all see that the other day?
Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Let
a
me see.
2,000-year-old
Fucking
D20.
Julius Caesar came out the womb rolling the D20.
2,000-old Roman 20-style die. Wait, this thing is tough. I did not expect it to look
That's
like
cold. I expect people to drop versions of that.
Holy fuck.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
Wait, that's so
What?
fucking sick.
What?
Is
This.
that
I was thinking,
real?
I was thinking like
What?
stone or something like that. No, it's glass. Straight
Like
glass.
how-
What?
It could be crystal.
You okay?
Yeah.
It just off the picture I'm reading, it says glass.
Okay.
Like
I
how
will
do you
stop
even
at
like
nothing until I possess that dice.
yeah, like how do you come up with that?
That's heist material. That's heist.
Yeah.
Do as the Romans do, man. Shit, man.
I love the wear on it. It got a lot of views.
Yeah, do you see the fucking dent on that shit? It still ain't broken. That's like
Yeah.
that fucking glass that's been banned from use for being too hard. We
They
got that
don't
round
make
spike
they don't
glass
make shit
over
like that anymore. They just don't make that shit.
Telling y'all. Oh my god.
Everything's just resin.
Sir, I need
Resin
three- I
this,
need 3 more
resin
minutes.
that.
here.
Resin,
I'm
resin.
telling you, bro. Give me the wood ones. Give me the wood ones hand painted.
Look,
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, I need 3 more minutes, Phyllis. I'm just riding a high right now. I'm doing fucking morphine. Feels so good.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
whoa.
Sounds like a trip.
This shit means something to me, man. I love horror. I love horror. I love fucked up stuff. Piglet big game. More like Piglet keep game. That shit's fire.
Was that game meant to be a horror game, or I think
No.
you remember something
No,
about it.
it wasn't.
I think I remember watching a video essay on it, on that shit.
That's really
Of it.
funny.
Let me look up gameplay on this.
There's moments
first
where it
video when I
looks like
typed
it's
that in.
scary, and I'm like, why the fuck?
Yeah, it's like what is the purpose of all of this? Like you should not be going this fucking hard in a fucking Piglet video
Yeah.
game based off a movie.
There's time there, like I think they're
I mean
collecting
that. I
cookies or
mean that
something.
music was awesome. That
Oh,
music was
Like the
awesome.
fucking the main composer of Bloodborne and making like the
That was-
hardest music ever for Madagascar on
That
fucking
was some Akira
PS4.
Yamaoka shit. For real.
Yeah.
For real, out of something out of Silent Hill.
And we were talking about that earlier.
And it's
'cause
Piglet.
Fabian was showing it to us before.
And
the
it's
game.
Piglet.
And-
Yeah,
and there-
exactly.
And
And
there's
it's Piglet
11. There's 11 tracks like this on the Piglet album.
on the
What
fit
the
on a
fuck?
on a total of 50 soundtrack game. 11 of them are this.
Dog, fucking Winnie the Pooh gamers on some
They're
other
labeled.
shit?
They're
Like,
labeled
what?
foreboding 1, foreboding 2, foreboding 11. That's what they're labeled.
Okay, dude.
So
Dog,
funny.
they skipped fucking numbers 3 through 10 after that. They were like, nah, let's crank the dial all the way to 11.
Sorry, I gotta.
Is the 100 acre wood? Is the 100 acre wood being swallowed by fog? Like, what is good with this? What is
Yeah.
happening?
Yo,
The
stop!
fucking 100 acre stare.
Okay, that's real good. That's real good.
Yeah, I hated that shit.
We ran 100 acres to get on the last helicopter from Nam.
Yeah.
What's that movie or that like horror book where they get stuck in the cornfield?
Oh,
Fucking-
fucking.
Porn.
Yeah. Maybe. Dude, Children of the fucking Acres. Weird.
Yeah. yeah, yeah. That shit fucked me up. I don't like that. Listen, I don't like murderous kids. I don't fuck with that, dude. I don't like it. I don't like it. No. Pet Cemetery ass shit. No.
You guys are all playing your again. Sorry, guys, I'm leaving it message. You guys are all playing your
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
It's fun. It feels good. It feels natural because naturally I never know what the fuck is going on. So I feel like I can really just lean into that, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a safe place to really just not know what the fuck is happening, and I like that.
Yeah.
Tigran just be pretending to know what's going on, but have no fucking clue. Just like me in real life.
He's me for real.
It feels very natural for me as well because I get one idea stuck in my head and I just keep on it forever. Oh, stay together to be safe. I'm just gonna say that for the next 5 hours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think this is the best one we could have started at. Low key. Like this one doesn't have a a thing coming after us. It's very like it's automated, but in a way that we can like play the game without a thinking thing after us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like we have like something that like we need to like avoid essentially, but like yeah, it's like we're not like being like actively like hunted, I guess.
Yeah. Once we know the rules, we can play by them. Because I'll tell you, in mine, I don't. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different.
Yeah,
That's on
so,
Piglet.
And that's on Piglet's big game.
sorry guys, my game is the your level in the Piglet's big game.
Go ahead and drop Fear and Hunger soundtrack. We're on
Yeah.
Piglet's big game.
It's like real horror heads, not the best scariest game. is Piglet's.
Fear and Hunger, they try way too hard with that shit. You gotta find that shit organically.
Yeah.
It would. I feel like it almost wouldn't be as good if it came from anything else.
Yeah.
The fact that it's from that.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah.
I wonder if I wonder if they got the demo and they were like, I mean, this is a little more than what we were asking, but we can rock with it. We can rock with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
They're
I'd
like,
like to
yeah, we
think-
know that sound designer. He always eats lunch alone. He doesn't talk to Kiyama.
I like to think that like the version he sent in for the demo and the final version that he sent were like leagues different, and they were like, you know, the demo was like pretty good, so we don't even need to check the final before we put it on there. And then it goes out and it's just monstrous.
They're gonna look. They're gonna be like, hey, we have people playing it. We never knew we had the soundtrack. We cleared it, but we got this. The rest of So can you tell us the composer? And they're gonna be like, huh. I don't. There's not one listed.
Or, oh my god, imagine whatever studio they put on it was making, like, was contracted for 2 different games at the same time. One of them was, like, Fear and Hunger 3, and one of them was Piglet's Big Game. and as they were, like, going out, the discs swapped. So in this gritty, like, Silent Hill-esque game, you have, like, just happy, cheery, cartoonish nonsense going on.
Getting patty cake going on. While,
Yes. Is Fear and Hunger really like Silent Hill?
No, those are just the first 2 horror games that came to my head.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You should play Fear and Hunger, you?
Nah.
I think you'd like it.
Just straight up say nah, girl.
It's like, nah.
You're only playing Fear and Hunger right now.
Yeah, we're getting a VR tech demo right now.
I don't know why I said nah, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, if I haven't played it until now and I love horror games, I'm like, there must be a reason for this.
Alright.
So I'm like, nah.
Alright, let's rock it. Let's rock it.
Have you heard of a game called Naissance?
Yeah.
No.
We ain't playing Fear and Hunger, we're playing Lantern Tag now. Fucking lock in.
We're playing GURPS, bro. We're playing fucking GURPS.
Alright. Let's roll initiative. And this is just so we can track who goes first.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna ask in a series of orders and stuff. So I'm gonna say who got between 20 and 15, or who got 25, 25 or between 25 and 20. Anyone? Cool. Between 20 and 15.
Tigron,
Me.
Okay, what'd you guys get?
15.
16.
19.
Okay, and Ariel. And then 16 was Irene, and then it's Tigran at 15. Okay. All right, and then now you guys can just give me your last 2 numbers.
11.
6 for Zane.
Okay. Six for Zane. Perfect. So we're gonna go in this order. The light is sweeping. It's erratic. Okay. There are places where some children are buried underneath others, attempting to shield themselves from this lantern. It didn't work. There are some obstacles to them. There are some obstacles when you get there. And hopefully, you don't get caught. We will start with Anariel. Looking out amongst all of these children here, there are several with keys. But you all are familiar with these keys. Keys you've seen in your life before. Maybe your father's, maybe your gardener's, maybe friends, something. Maybe something you stole from someone, but they're familiar to you. I would like you to tell me what key that is, Anariel, that you're grabbing. And, yeah, just tell me what key you're grabbing. Why is it so familiar to you? Or why does it call to you? As you attempt to run while this lantern sweeps around at the other angle.
Alright, she'd be going for a large brass key that...
Your mic's a little fucked up, Jess.
Yeah, just
Okay,
probably like
fix
the plug in, plug out thing.
Is that any better?
It's still a little
Meh.
cooked. I think it's just like the buzzing, but I think it's fine.
Okay, let me fix the
I'll just go back to
There you go.
regular. Yeah. Okay. So the key that she'd go for is a big, skeleton key made of brass. It looks a little aged and worn, like it's been held in the hand many times. And it would be the key to the cottage she lives in with her mother.
Awesome. You're going to run to this key. I want you to roll a I want you to roll just a d20 flat. Just roll that.
Okay. $19.
Awesome. Great. As you move on to the key, you get there. You get there before the light gets to you. And now you have to pull it with there being no noise.
Okay, she's going to shakily press her hand around the key and then try to use her other hand to sort of try to sandwich and like deafen any noise that might come as she pulls the key.
Awesome. Go ahead and give me a sneak. And I want to mind everybody, all of you are going to for different keys at the same time, okay? So that's what's going on. You guys are all busy to fix your own things right now. What does your sneak say?
6.
6. The lantern shines down on you. It's blinding you. Again, it's way too hot. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, 5.
Can I get my inspiration?
You can.
I have my own.
Take it, girl. Take it.
I have my own. It's okay. I'll
It's
use
his
mine.
game. It's my game.
It's his game. It's my game and I make the rules.
I say inspiration.
Wait, am I using yours? Is that what's happening?
I'm just saying, it's funny that he's saying
It's his game.
he's saying take mine, because it's his game.
All right, but no worries. I could re-roll with mine. Though. I appreciate the offer. All right, keep yours though. Okay, so that would be the Constitution again. Okay. All right, 13.
On a 13, you pull the key. Or on a 13, the lantern stares at you. It didn't hear a noise too crass. Luckily, your hands deafened the pull. Doesn't believe it came from you exactly at this point, and it moves away. You pull the key.
Okay, at that point, if she's pulled the key, she's going to try to make it back to the group.
For sure. So the group is all spread out around right now.
Ah,
And I would imagine, is your guys' plan to get the key and then try to run underneath the fixture?
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So then you'd be going back underneath the fixture. At the same time, Irene. Roll a flat d20 for me.
It's a 15.
Great. You run, and you make it to a key. What is this key that you're familiar with?
I would say it is of the same metal of her father's armor, a mithril sort of blue-green. And the familiar hue would probably invite her near.
Awesome. You make it to the key. And as you make it to the key, the grip on it and the strength on it is enough to have to pull hard. you're going to make some noise. If you pull and you make this noise, give me a sneak.
Okay. It's a 21.
Awesome. You pull, but the whole calcified, hand comes off. But it falls off as though that structure, just that point right there, was weak over time. It seems to just fall off with some, dust or whatnot in between. And you don't make a noise. You find yourself running back underneath the fixture with your key. Tigran, what key are you reaching for?
Tigran will eye this key from a certain distance, and his mind will immediately go to Hatchfather Barrack. He remembers when the new shiny rock that he found near the village gates. He remembers how he was showing it off during lessons were being made. And of course, he did not heed Barrack's warnings, and it was taken from him, stowed into a chest filled with lots of other oddities and trinkets that were taken from naughty children's hands, but mostly Tigran's. And he remembers when Barrack was distracted with something outside, he left that key behind. And Tigran made a start for it to try and get his rock back. And here is this key again staring him in the face now.
Awesome. Perfect. So go ahead and just roll a flat d20.
Aye. That is a 10.
Awesome. As you run towards this key, you trip over that same rock, and your heart stops for a moment as the light peers down at you. Give me a stealth check. Or give me a Constitution saving throw. To hold yourself still.
Ooh. 13.
On a 13, specifically on a 10, getting a 13, you see the light hurts you. It burns at you. You have to grimace and deal with the pain. But then it moves. You finally find time to reach and to grab that key. But you know it's gonna make another noise. And you barely made it by last time. Roll a stealth check as you pull this key.
I'm gonna use that inspiration real fast. Or maybe I won't. Maybe that'll just be a 10.
Okay. The 10, it breaks, and that lantern looks again. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
$15.
Stares, and then moves again. You barely made it. Go ahead and find yourself underneath the structure with your key. Margot, what key are you going for?
Yeah, so the key that Margot spots, it's a golden ornate key, and this is the key to her father's study. As a child, oftentimes like Margot would want to, as any young child would want to like ask for her father's attention, but you know, he was often busy with like meetings and like running like with like the business of the family, but she would just like have memories of standing there besides her mother at the door, with her mother just like inserting the key and locking it behind her so Margot could not interrupt her father as he was too busy and too deep in his own work.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll a flat d20.
D20. Okay. That's an 8.
Thank you. You run and you find yourself at this key holder. And as you look up at the key, you recognize from somewhere an evil looking man. A man who, as you look at him, you catch visions of fear. A man with a top hat. And it makes you give a sanity roll.
That would be 17.
Yeah, awesome. On a 17, you still yourself and you don't scream. But you'll have to give a stealth check to pull this key from their hand.
Okay. If you'll allow me, like, I don't know if this is possible, but like, if like I silently like maybe like take off like a brooch or a piece of like jewelry that like I would probably have on my person, and if like I like threw it like elsewhere, like could that possibly give me like an advantage or like lower the difficulty for the stealth roll?
You want to add Ridwise to this? I will say, since Tigran said that some kids used to do that, that I will say that if you have a let's see, I would say I'm gonna have you roll in athletics. Well, I would try to think about what you have around you. I would have you roll in athletics to see if you even hit something, right? So you have to make noise. Okay, you can't just throw it at the ground. So you have to hit something. So you can roll in athletics, but if you get under a certain number, then you're gonna like fuck up some way. Okay. And it's gonna get harder for you instead of just not.
Okay, if that's the case, like, I think I'm just gonna roll straight stealth. I mean, like, Margot's like, even like as a child, she was like used to like kind of like slinking around. So like, I think like she's just gonna just try to stick to straight stealth it. She's like not very, like she's not strong, but like she's sneaky.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, stealth. I have pretty decent stealth. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a 23 for stealth.
Perfect. You pull the key with no problem. And you make your way underneath the fixture. Zain.
Zain is up. 20? D20?
Yeah, flat D20.
Flat D20. Here goes. That is a 9er.
That's a 9. What key are you going to?
Zain is going to the house key. Oh, sorry about that. Zain is going to the house key of Elder Zala's house. Many a time, when Dragon Knights return from their journeys and come back to Prohenia to reclaim their glories and add them to the hero, they come back still young, still fresh, still able to go out again, should they choose to. Elder Zala, on the other hand, came back in her 70s, a lifetime of war and passion and heartbreak, but still glory nonetheless. Instead of wanting grand celebrations or anything like that, Elder Zala only wished to live out her last years alone. This, of course, would not do for Zayn. Seeing her on the edge of town alone, he would always attempt to go up to her, speak to her, help her, and cheer her up in any way that he could. At first, of course, she would attempt to chase the boy off, spit some words at him, and otherwise ask to be left alone. Over time, however, the two began to grow close, and Elder Zala's heart began to warm to the boy. Eventually, he was the only other one to be given a key to her humble abode and be allowed in at any time.
You make your way to that key, and you reach it. As you reach it, give me a stealth check to pull the key without making too much noise.
Five.
Want to use my inspiration?
Let's save it for now.
Okay.
We got a lot of game to play where that inspiration might be necessary.
The light shines down on you, and it is so certain that this is where the sound came from. Give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
First roll, 14. Second roll, 17. So we'll take the 14.
On this 14, given your luck, it bears down on you. It hurts you, and then you wince. Just enough for that light to dial down further on you, and everyone from the structure you see as, well, Zayn begins to calcify. Zayn, can you tell me how you calcify?
Yeah, Zayn attempting to reach towards this key as his hand grows further and closer to it. He reaches up and a slip on his footing, just enough to elicit the smallest of noises from the boy's mouth, a yelp, nothing more. And as he freezes in place and as the light comes down, he begins to think of everything that's happened, all the horrors in this place. And with the smallest twitch of his hand, the light begins to come down. He can feel the very mask on his face, the very protection from the outside. His identity begins to solidify around his face, the crown around him growing heavy as it begins to weigh him down. And yet, it doesn't feel heavy for so long, for as the mask starts to calcify, so does the temple around it, then the neck, then the shoulders. A cool, almost sub-zero sensation overtakes him. He attempts to open his mouth, but he cannot bear the force to come through. He attempts to pull his hand back from the key, but there is no motion. He attempts to do anything at all to save himself. All for naught. His last thoughts are of Elder Zala and of home.
Everyone underneath, give me a. Everyone underneath the structure, give me a sanity. Give me a sanity check, which is just a flat d20.
That's a 2.
It's a 10.
5.
Also 2.
How do you all react, seeing Zion turn to stone?
Tigran watched as the bravest, kindest one of the group that he found himself with was taken. It was so unfair, so... There was nothing just about this. They were just kids. He was just a kid. He didn't deserve this. He didn't care what bad things that any of them could have done to make them end up in that forest. Nothing was worth this. So Tigran will sink to the ground, clutching his key that he risked his life for, and watches one of his newfound friends was taken away from him.
Each of you try your keys at the structure. Oh, I'm so sorry. Anariel, Irene, Margot, how do you react?
Yeah, so Anariel's got both her hands over her mouth to try to... She's still afraid of making noise. So she's crying as she watches Zayn be turned to stone, and she's shaking her head and then she pinches her eyes shut, and she's horrified.
I think like Margot, like she has like her like hand just kind of flies to her mouth, like as to like suppress like any like this like shriek of like surprise or horror, like just kind of like just like muffling her hand is like smushed against like her mouth, like just like suppress any noise. And but you could like her hand is like kind of like visibly like trembling as it's being held over her face, and like she's just like looking in like abject like horror, like as Zayn's just being slowly like turned to stone, and then like she's just like looks down and like the own like key in like her hand like just like grips it tight, and just like continues like just staring just like where her new friend like once stood.
Irene would messily raise her hands to each side of her head and messily grip her hair and like push it in a very like just raw way over her eyes, like to try to almost like twisting her hair like in an X formation, like so that it covers her eyes, and she'd just be like trying to control her breathing, and I don't think she could bear to watch.
And with all of you facing that, you realize the ladder is still there. The cage around this fixture, this iron, this rusted iron, is still there, and that lock is still there. And and you have 4 keys. Let's go ahead and start with an Ariel. As you put your key in, I want you to give me just a d20.
Alrighty. See. That'd be 15.
Irene.
Just a flat d20.
Yep.
Okay. 18.
Tigran.
It's an 8.
And Margo.
Yes. That'd also be an 8.
You all wrestle your keys in. You start with Tigran, and it doesn't budge. The lock doesn't turn. Your keys ripped out as Margo. You hastily put your key in, and nothing. And Ariel, your key fits fuller, but it doesn't quite turn. Irene, your key goes in, and then you hear it. The pop. The lock seems to dissolve into rust, and then further than that, into the particles of rust. It just falls down to the ground, giving a foul smell, and a breath as copper almost envelops all of you. Or not copper, this is like bronze, it's sort of dust envelops all of you. The ladder is there. But now the fixture is aware. I am going to ask for you guys to roll. For you guys to I'm gonna ask between you 4 who do you guys think would go up the ladder first? Like, who would you want to go up the ladder first as children? Is someone scared? Does someone want it more than the others? I'm just not gonna leave it up to an initiative.
I think Margo would probably, just want to go up the ladder first if like no one else wants to, or no one else is volunteering.
Okay, you attempt to go up the ladder, and as you're going up the ladder, you see that this fixture starts to move around. It releases itself from the ground, no longer stuck there, as it starts to walk around and try to shake you off. Its light almost looking down and underneath all of you guys, sort of running in different directions to not get caught by this light. Margo, give me an athletics check to stay on.
Okay, athletics, okay. Okay. That's only a 5.
You are thrown off, and then it sees where it whipped you. Give me a Constitution saving throw as it moves to where it thinks the body is. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That would be a 15.
On a 15, you hold still. But you are further away from it as it begins to look underneath. Who else goes out and climbs up this thing as Margo is thrown off?
And Ariel would try to climb up. She's frightened and she wants to get out of here.
Alright, athletics check, please.
12.
On a 12, you are thrown off. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
14.
On a 14, the light peers at you. And then it turns you. Explain how you get calcified.
All right. She is frozen and fearful and quaking as the heat of light hits her, and slowly it takes over, and all of a sudden she's not shaking anymore. She's very, very still. And the fearful look is locked into her face. Yeah, she's unmoving at that point.
And you are petrified.
Yes.
Who else tries to climb up this body?
Tigran will try.
Athletics check, please, to climb up this creature as it is moving around wildly.
It's a 13.
On a 13, you are whipped away. Constitution saving throw.
16.
16, you save. It moves away from you. Who tries to go up? I believe it's going to be Irene. You'll be the next one.
Yes.
Athletics check.
Okay. That's a 2.
You are thrown off. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
It's a 19.
19, you save. Incredibly still. Let's go. Margot. Athletics check.
Okay. Athletics. Okay, come on. That's a 15.
15, you stay on. You climb up this creature and get to its head. The head has a panel. You see that this thing wants to further shake you off. And it will. If somebody doesn't do something. Between Irene and Tigran, who wants to get its attention?
Tigran.
What does Tigran say?
Tigran is shaking. This thing is the best hit guy he's ever seen. None of the kids in the village compare. But if that rock that he tripped on before is around, he'll grab at it and whip it at this thing's head.
Awesome. Doing so will 100% hit it, but this thing will know that you threw it. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
And you throw the stone, and it hits, and the light almost turns red. It moves towards you with anger. As it blasts on you. Tell me how you petrify.
Tigran thinks of Zayn. How brave he was, how much Rika would have liked him. In a way, Rika might have deserved a friend more like Zayn than she did Tigran. So for the first time, he's going to be brave despite everything. As he turns to calcify, he's gonna look at this thing angrily with tears in his eyes. And this thing before it sees Tigron calcify. He's going to see his arm raise up and give it a middle finger before his body goes still completely.
Margot, you have enough time to get up to this lantern that is affixed onto this massive metal contraption. It's almost like a lantern within a lantern. This thing only giving it its light, fueling it with its oil, really. And you pull it out. And the flame is left alone, burning its last light. Do you blow on it?
Yeah, I blow on it to snuff out the flame.
And as you blow on it, the structure stops moving. The light no longer blaring down on Tigran. The oil in your hand. What did Margot study in school? What were her crafts? What things was she into?
I mean, as the child of a noble, she was like, well, her tutors like taught her like a variety of different topics, like most like a lot of it was like in history, history, like like politics, as well as like more of this stuff like a noble woman would need to do to like be well, like so like kind of like literature, um but what like yeah, literature, like poetry, but what she loved studying most and like what really stuck out to her, what she was most talented at was dance.
You wouldn't see your father much, would you?
No, he was always way too busy, locked away in some sort of meeting, and never really seemed to have much time with her. Maybe for her older siblings who were more who maybe were like more into the political world or were more keen on it, but Margot being the youngest and didn't seem to have the natural acumen for it, never seemed to have as much time for her.
You remember what it's like to not be able to speak to your father, to be just outside the door that was locked from you. The Moto, we can hear you typing, by the way. The smell that at least he was inside that room. The smell of the oil still burning, the one that your mom and you would have to pick up, especially since you would stay up late at night and more through the evening, unable to spend time with you. But it was a special oil. It was made of, well, it was an oil of basilisk. This oil only has two real uses. One, it's an expensive alternative to general oil that, well, at least it would burn longer. It wouldn't consume too much. And secondly, and the reason why it could be so expensive, well, because it could be used to reverse petrification. You carry this contraption full of that oil. What do you do?
Yes, I think as yeah, Margot like smells in that like very like distinct smell of like basilisk oil, and just kind of like remembering back to her studies. So she doesn't really remember like much about them because she wasn't paying attention most of the time. But like I think just like that smell of like the distinct smell of that oil, and just hearing her father just like brag to one of his guests about like how just like a lot of the lanterns in the house were used basilisk oil, and then also like talking about like about like their ever effect of like helping cure petrification. I think she just like remembered that like her father talking about that one time, and an idea springs to her mind. Just maybe that this oil could be used like to help her friends. And she scoops up the contraption, like just kind of like carrying it like in one arm, like just like kind of like held like snug to her chest, like as not to avoid sloshing the oil too much like outside of it. And with her other hand, yeah, just like slowly like descends like down the ladder, and then just surveys the field like for her friends. Well, she knew where Zayn was frozen, but yeah, doesn't know about the she doesn't know about any of the other of her other friends yet. So yeah, I think she just like scans around, like looks around, and yeah, sees the frozen bodies of her friends, and just yeah, just yeah, goes up to them one by one. Um and yeah, just applies the basilisk oil to just hope that oh, what her father was talking about was the truth, that it will help them.
Yeah, as you pour on Zayn, you feel your breath come back to you as, well, it seems chalky at first, as though you've had a mouth full of chalk. And you cough it up as the rest of your body feels slimy and oily, but you're breathing again. And you just remember the last moment that you were, and how do you come out of that last moment?
Yeah. In the distance, his head beginning to grow heavy, he seems to draw closer to the elder, draw closer to a source of comfort before the vision goes dark. And as the vision comes back, it is no longer the face of an elder of his people. It is the face of a friend, a newly met friend, but a friend all the same. He gives a cough, and he is back.
It works. Margot, who else do you go to?
I think yeah, after she sees that Zayn has been cured of his petrification, I think she would go to Anariel next.
Okay, and Ariel, how do you get out of that oil? Or how do you get out of that petrification?
So as Margot applies the oil and the petrification reverses, and you could see the life coming back to her, Margot might feel a chill coming around her. And as Nariel starts to breathe again, you might see her breath is visible because there's just this, there's a chill about her. And as she comes to fully and can move again, she lets out a small gasp and thanks, and softly thanks Margot and goes to give her a hug in thanks, and she's still shaking a bit.
Yeah, Margot, like, I guess looks like she's not quite used to this, like, being shown this level of like physical affection before, but like her hands is kind of like then like as like kind of like outstretched behind Nariel, but then like eventually she like they kind of come to close and then just like gives her like gives her a squeeze back. It's just like, and then like just kind of like looks like lastly like towards Tigran, and then like Margot just kind of like nods her head, and Nariel's just like, I believe there's one more person. Let me free him, and we can
Nariel
finally go from
quietly-
this place.
Yes, Nariel quietly releases her from the hug and nods and just has a bit of a somber, sad look on her face.
Margot steps back and just then walks to approach Tigran, and similar to Zayn and Nariel, just like applies the basilisk oil.
And Tigran, how do you come back?
Tigran was stiff, but as the stiffness leaves him, awareness will come back, and his knees will buckle, and he'll fall, and he'll be breathing hard, truly believing that that was how his end would be. And he'll look up and say, "Holy shit!"
Margot just kind of gives like a bitter, like just kind of like a small smile. It's just like, we're safe now. I think, at least.
Tigran will very wobbly, but he'll still manage to stand up again and say, "Yeah, I guess. That was kind of cool."
Though, I hope the version that you played was a bit less frightening.
No, I always won that game. We didn't die when we lose.
That's good. Otherwise, I'd be a bit concerned on what kind of games you play where you're from.
Well, we still got the other games to play.
I think it like Tigran's saying this, like Margot just like just does like a deep sigh. It's just like, yes, that's right. 4 more games. Lovely. Lovely.
Can we save the one with the monster for last?
Yes, I must admit, I'm a little bit fearful of myself of a game with such a scary sounding beast. But yes, I agree. Let's save that one for last.
Okay. You guys start to head out. And Tigran, you almost trip again. You look down. Maybe you look for that damned rock. But you don't see the rock, you see a piece of wood sticking out. Letters written in it.
You gotta get it out, Fabian.
Sorry. You see as you walk as you're walking and you hit something. It's not a stone you hit, it's not that rock you threw. It's a piece of wood. Piece of wood that trips you up just enough for you to see, well, it has your name on it. It's thick enough.
I think Tigran, in absolute stress and annoyance, will go to kick the wood, but he sees his name and stops midway. He says, "Oh, and he'll pick it up. He'll say, It's got my name on it."
When you were young, you had this, as you have this wood and this piece in your hand, you remember that imaginary friend that maybe you needed at some point in your life. You had to have. Maybe it was just something you came up with to make you feel better. What was that? What was that thing that you now remember?
Tigran was often bullied. He pretended he didn't care about any of the kids, that he was cooler than any of them, but deep down, when no eyes were looking, when he was in his own cave, he would wish for something beyond this village that would be his friend, something strong, something big that would scare the other kids away. He would look at the setting sun that he could see from his cave. He would pretend that the sun was a big dragon coated in fire. He would pretend that the stories of kobolds being descendants of dragons were true, and that this dragon was the strongest one of all, that would be Tigran's friend and only Tigran's friend. And he would watch as this dragon would fly down into the horizon, bringing night with him. And he imagined that this dragon setting was a way of telling him that he would have a good night's sleep and that it would see him again in the morning.
But then you got older and you forgot, and things happened in your life that just wouldn't make you feel better, and soon you forgot this memory. You forgot that feeling. But here you remember it. This now in your hand. The path is available for you guys to leave and to head back to the tree. you eventually get back to the tree. You see that piece in your hand, of course, matches a similar piece and cut out onto the wooden door.
Tigran will slowly walk up, knowing the little kid's words, but he knows that there's no other way out except through this door. So he'll fit this fragment into the door.
And as you fit it through the door, you see that road you came from is, well, it's gone. It's covered in woods. Now, between all of you, still 4 paths: the growl, the cave, the cry, and the cemetery.
Zayn, seemingly unusually quiet since his resurrection, trails towards the back of the group, and as they arrive, he'll speak up in a downcast voice, and he'll say, somebody just pick one. Let's keep going. We have to do them all anyway.
Tigran will look towards the road with the woman crying, and he'll say, maybe the woman crying over there is weak. Maybe we can get past her more easy.
Yes, it certainly seems less scary. Maybe that one will be an easier time through.
Oh, okay.
Let's just go then.
And you walk. You walk towards a woman crying. That path, well, that path has footsteps. Footsteps that lead to it. It's only 2 of them. They're different. They're younger, they're smaller. And you move and continue down this path. And then you see a woman crying, black hair, tall, the first maybe maternal figure you've seen so far. And she sobs and she's looking down and she's sitting on a log and she's in this clearing. And she cries and cries. Waiting for someone to console her. And we will end our session there.
Fabian, what the fuck are you doing right now?
Type shit! Type shit!
You're not cooking, Fabian. You're burning down the entire kitchen.
Yay! Yay.
What kind of shit you on?
Motherfucker caused thousands of damage and fire, and all he can say is "yay."
He's on that. He's on that piglet pack, bro.
Yeah.
I'm pigleting right now, brother. Hold on, brother. I'm pigleting.
Nah, that's sick though. That's sick.
Fucking Christ.
Very cool stuff, guys.
Agreed. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to see whatever fucked up versions of the games we submitted you have cooked up.
Yeah.
And now he has a week to do the other ones instead of a day or such.
Well, I ain't gonna front. I'm actually already done with the other ones. This one, I wanted a little bit more time. So.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
This is the one that wasn't fleshed out.
This is the one that I'm not happy with yet.
The one oh I thought
The crying one. Okay.
I thought you were saying the lantern one, and I was like,
Yeah,
really?
Oh.
Okay. The lady. I see.
Yeah. But
I was gonna say, damn, if that was not fully fleshed out, then you could improv like crazy. Okay.
Which he can just do. He can just
Yeah.
do.
That's true. Yeah, we already. Yeah,
He is very good at it.
Thanks, plays. This shit was gas.
Woo.
Ooh.
It was gas. That shit was in the lantern.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Y'all see that basilisk oil coming through though? Y'all saw
Yeah.
that or nah?
Yeah.
Did y'all see it?
I didn't
No,
see
I
it coming.
didn't.
No,
was
I had no
stoned.
idea.
I was under the assumption that like once we turned off the light that like they would just become unpetrified. But like no, that's cool.
That's
I like
what I thought as well.
I thought we were all just dead.
I also was not confident that this was not a TPK.
I literally I had to roleplay that shit out as if it was the end of times, just to keep it moving.
Yeah. No, good stuff, players. Good stuff, players. It's awesome. It's awesome. I really like being able to talk about Margot's dad and all that stuff. That was cool.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
there's like an awesome like backgrounder here.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. You all have your times, and I just like hearing about your characters' things, and you know what I mean, like the keys and all that stuff. Like I love that shit.
And honestly, to think about like Margot's dad like not having time for her, like that wasn't even like my backstory. Like that was just
And
like
that's
something I
sick.
just made up on the fly.
And that's
Hell
fire.
yeah.
And that's fire.
Hell yeah.
And we love that.
We love parental abandonment. Yay!
You got now you got a girl that dances and people pay attention to her. You know?
Yeah.
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 You know what I mean? See what I mean? You got that fucking rock that was fire. Oh, that was fire! Now you picked up that fucking rock and threw it at it. Oh, it was cold.
It's cool as hell.
Oh, that was cold. I was like,
If Tigron's going out, he's going out the same way Chef did, talking mad shit.
And flipping him off.
It's awesome. It's cool to see like older Tigran. You know what I mean? Like where Tigran goes to eventually. You know what I mean? Being like just a
Yeah.
youngin. Yeah, which is great. That's awesome. That's good.
I
That's
thought
good
we were
stuff.
about to get a Zayn face reveal, and then you
Fucking
and then you
same,
talked about the
though.
child mask. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like,
Well,
Yeah.
Like, what's he look like? What's he look like?
I'm
God fucking
afraid,
damn
I'm
it,
afraid
he's
you'll
still a
have to
bird.
earn that one. The hag and the lighthouse is not enough.
Saving your life is not enough. We need more.
Saving his life from petrification, saving his life from fall damage. Let me get a third, and then I'll consider it.
Fucking Valaki is gonna like rise up into the sky and shit, and with that, the fucking Zayn's mask.
Nah, Zayn's got that fucking like futuristic Velcro on. He got that shit on.
He's got that shit like noose tied around his neck,
Eh.
so no possible chance it can come off.
Shit, man. This is fire. This is fire, and I fuck with this heavy.
Oh, man.
Sorry to do that to y'all.
Yeah,
No,
we get a
no,
little emotional damage.
Nah, that fucking that acting that was real. That wasn't even acting. It was real shit.
I
was-
believe it. I
That was
believe
real
it.
vitriol coming from that rock throw.
I believe it, man. I believe
I
it.
could Moto, I like as a meta thing. Who was it? Was it Inariel that was the second one to get petrified, if I
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
Mhm.
As Inariel was getting petrified, Moto, from you, I literally heard you say, like out of character, you said like no.
Mhm.
Like I heard that shit in your soul, bro.
Mhm.
I loved your story about the sun dragon.
That was very.
Yeah, I
Hey,
made that
hey.
shit up on the spot.
I know,
Damn.
players. I know, and y'all gas at that. Y'all so good at that.
I love how Fabian just be like, yeah. Anyway, and this happened. Give me this niche thing that happened in your back.
Yeah, and he hits it, and he hits it
Oh,
out of the
everyone
park.
pause! Everyone pause! Look at the new art in the art channel.
Oh, look at her, yay! Look at the
Oh,
kitty.
yeah.
That's
a
cute.
fucking baby right there.
That's very cute.
That's fire. With the bow on the back of
Kitty,
that.
kitty, man.
I know it's a little butterfly on the back of her head. It's good shit.
It's so cute.
That's cool. That's right.
Oh,
This
she
shit's
got a fucking potato sack on or some shit.
This shit's fucking sick. That's fire. I love it. I love it. Good shit, guys. Everyone's doing great with this roleplay, man. It's awesome.
Were you worried at all that we wouldn't like vibe on it?
No, I was pretty confident. I was pretty confident. I was pretty confident that you guys would be able to do. I think I obviously had to give a very like, hey, here's exactly what's going on. I tried to make sure I could direct you guys to what the vibe is. But y'all caught the vibe pretty well, and
Yeah.
you know, it's fun. It's fun to do the rolling. You know what I mean? It's fun. We're rolling. And doing that stuff. And for me, it was very intense because I know if you guys all lose, you all lose.
Yeah.
So, you know, like for it to come down to fucking 2 people was very scary for me.
I really wonder what would happen if none of us made it through, because then we're talking about a TPK. There's no one to bring us back.
Nah, there's no reality where I would have let that happen, just so you know.
He said, I would step in.
I would stop it.
Oh my god, that reminds me of like those pictures. Oh,
yeah,
have you ever seen the like?
This is
the
barreling.
planet eating
This is
monsters?
the Earth. Yeah, this planet is about to collide with Earth. What would you do? I would stop it.
I will personally fly to California and tell Fabian, stop that right now.
I'm going to fucking Cape Canaveral. I'm jumping really high. Gravity ain't doing shit. I'm punching that thing out the sky.
He's like, I'll build my character and only roll disadvantages. Please don't do this.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen this image? This is what I'm imagining when he says, "I'll stop this."
Yeah.
What you doing this version? I handle it. I handle it.
I'm built different.
God, that was great. That was great. I love how y'all play y'all. I love how you play the children. It's sick. It's so good. It's so good. And I love that I'm just saying like, yep, you forgot about this part in your life, and y'all just have to eat it.
I was hoping that it would be like that. I was really hoping that it would be like a fresh face for everybody. I think that's such a fun thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder if we'll remember it. I was talking to Fabian about it earlier, I think. And I was like, ooh, if this is the case, I wonder if we'll even, like, if it'll just be like a dream that we forget real quick.
Oh, you mean like once we get out?
Yeah, you know how like you can only keep a dream in your head for a few like minutes? It just all starts to fade away. Like a bad dream.
I love this art, man. Was this art kind of cool? It's kind of rad.
Which one?
The art for the owlbear.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's cool.
Good shit.
That was real cool.
Yeah, it's creepy as hell.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I'll put it right here. Bam. Bagman's Hollow.
What's this guy's problem?
What is his deal?
His problem is you guys
Batman really
forgot.
looked like
His problem
this,
is you guys
damn.
forgot. You guys forgot about him.
Shit.
Yeah, well, maybe
He
you should
forgot
be
about it. Maybe he
sensitive
wasn't
to
that
it.
important in the first place.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell him that to his face. Watch me.
Mhm.
Watch me.
He's like, I don't remember that scary fucker in particular.
Yeah.
I love this shit, man. I fuck with this. I do this shit, man. I do this shit for this, man. I do this shit for this, man. I love fucking with y'all.
And oh my god. And we can't, for once in our entire lives, we can't talk about it to the other group, even when it's over.
What the fuck, man? We gotta wait like 4 weeks for this shit.
No, no, they're not gonna do this.
Okay. So we can yap.
They don't get Bagman?
They're too far.
Man, he said, fuck
They're
group
too
one.
far gone, Bagman, that they got a bunch of other shit that they need to worry about.
Oh.
So,
Would Bagman be like fodder for them?
no. It's something that well, number one, they're going down to 4 people, but they are just at a point of the game where they're way more concerned about something else. They are not worried about this Bagman situation. But also, when I teed up Bagman, it was an underhand type of thing, and I didn't really, like I said, you guys are playing the fully like realized idea of what I wanted to do with Curse of Strahd, but specifically this homebrew, this is mine, but like this stuff is like, oh, I have an idea what I want to do, and I've been thinking about it for a cool minute, I haven't thought about Bagman with them for a long time, so I'm so out of it that I'm like, you guys couldn't do it. It's over. It's one of those things where it's like you're already at the 3rd part in this 4-part game, so you don't get to play the thing from part 1,
Yeah, it's just like you kind of like missed like the quest marker when it was there, and then like
quest expired, shit popped up, quest failed. You didn't do this.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we've missed anything like that. The only thing I can think is Arabelle.
Yeah. I can tell you that Ab played my other Bagman, and
tell us about that.
from the Old Blood.
Can I say anything?
It was just a monster fight. That was it.
Yeah.
Simple. Very simple.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
So they didn't get like the extra dimension treatment.
Oh yeah, no. It was. We just went into the bag, like fought the Bagman, and then left.
Yep.
I mean, like, I don't know, like, how much I can really say about, like,
I think
am I free to talk about it?
That was perfect.
Okay.
Like, that's pretty much what happened. So, as much as other stories probably go, I would imagine. You just fight the bad guy. There's like nothing written about the Bagman other than his description. So everything else.
That was I remember you saying that for another character. Was that Ismark or Vasily or I feel like I remember you saying that about someone else.
Vasily is a concept. It's not really like a thing written anywhere. So Vasily is just a concept, and Vasily Vasily's totally not exactly what I made him as in this game. He is not that at all. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So totally, completely other person, not infused, not a shadow, whatever. You know what I mean? That whole thing is.
Lame.
Yeah.
They gotta step their game up.
But anyways, yeah, fuck, man, I love this shit, man. This is my shit. I love this. I was so hyped. I was like prepping at like 3:30, and I was like, ooh, I'm going in.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking ready for this next session. I wanted to end it early, obviously, just because I want to. When I don't feel happy about it, you know me, I'm a tortured artist. I'm not 100% happy with it, so I'm like, I'm not gonna try to, you know what I mean, shoot all one from the hip.
Respect. Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
Right, gonna take my fiance to work at like 5 a.m.
All right, later, player. Thank you so much for playing. You did great.
Yeah.
You did awesome.
Y'all did good. Ooh, that was some good shit.
Thanks, man. Hope you sleep good. Everyone's alive.
Yeah.
And everyone will stay alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't even think we can really die in here.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm good after that. Later.
All right,
Okay, good
later.
night.
Bye, good night.
Maybe wouldn't kill a kid, right?
You go ahead and draw all the. You can draw all the children in like in a childlike manner.
Damn.
Yeah, I got you.
Simon.
Damn. Order.
Draw the children in a childlike manner. Is an insane sentence.
Computer. Make
Draw
these
the
kids
children. Draw the children as though a child did it with crayon.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's probably a better way
That
of
would be
saying it.
cute. That would be cute. That would be very actually.
Just like a little
Big
baby
ass
secret in the sack.
big ass brush. You got the beak guy. You got the little dragon guy. You got the the lady is green. You got the she's frost white right now. You got the lady that's dressed all pamperly, all noble, and then you got the princess, and that's it. And go ahead and
You.
draw them on draw them like that. Draw
Yeah,
them like
I
that.
got you.
Draw them like that. Draw the tree behind them, and then draw their little names in the tree.
4K rendered.
All right.
Yeah, I can do that.
Childlike
That's fine.
drawing, like a child drew it.
Yeah, I can do that. That's easy for me. That's every day.
Lock that
That's
up,
every
player.
day.
Lock that up, player. Lock that up, player.
Do that in your sleep.
Oh,
Get me right.
Yoon. That style that you did for stories would be perfect for this.
Oh no, we
Even
would
worse.
go. We would
even
go
worse.
even more.
Crayons.
We would go even more primitive. We would go even
Crayons.
more-
Bullshit brush. Dog shit. Fingers,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean. 3 lines for fingers.
Wait, you did
type shit.
stories too? That's
Yes.
also
Yeah.
Did you see stories art, Jesse?
I saw the one you
Oh
sent
yeah,
me.
you did. Yeah, you didn't know that was mine.
No,
I saw that.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was a different style for me, and I loved
You got
it.
such range.
I asked her to do. Do you have the pictures that I sent you as like here's the style I want it, Andy, Yoon?
Probably.
This is the shit I'm on. This is what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about.
No, I got
This
it.
is beautiful.
Well,
Who
watch
are
this one.
these-
Actually, this one's even better.
Who are these people?
I don't know, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all, you know what I mean, player? You know what I mean, player? Get me right.
And then we have
That's
that
perfect.
that like
Oh,
scratchy like the monster in the background.
the
that they
rainbow.
always have.
Get me right, player. Get me right, player. That's free,
I can
bro.
whip that.
That's daily.
I can whip that.
That's daily.
I can whip that up.
All right.